Look, I need to go run a few errands, and I come back later this evening. I'm going to create a few videos, one of which a lot of people had asked me to solve an old riddle and paradox. It's called the polarization paradox. If you want to, you can look it up on Google search and research it before I make the video tonight. Answering it is actually extremely easy. The problem is that nobody out there in current science actually understands what light actually is. Of course, light doesn't have a speed, light doesn't move, and also have to understand the difference and distinction, both in connotation and denotation, between induction, propagation, and movement. Light doesn't move. Everything is capacitance, resistance, permeability, and permittivity. Understanding fundamentally what a field is, i.e. an ether perturbation, or actually understanding what light is, people say, oh, light is a particle and a wave-particle duality. Well, it's certainly not particles, and a wave is not a thing. Let me repeat that. A wave is not a thing. A wave is not what something is. A wave is what something does. Hey, that's a wave. It's like, no, that's my hand moving. No, that's a wave. No, that's my hand moving. There's no such thing as a wave. A wave in pure metaphysics and, logical, platonic comprehension is not a thing. It can't be a principle. It's only said of, so that's like saying that Bob walking is something. It's like, no, that's Bob in action. That is an attribute of Bob. Bob is walking. A wave is not a thing, so, and it's certainly not a particle. So you have to fundamentally, A, understand what a wave and a particle is, and a wave is not a thing, and you have to understand what light is, and you have to have a clear distinction drawn between induction, propagation, and movement. Everybody thinks, yeah, well, everybody knows that the light moves, it has a certain speed, therefore the speed of light. Speed certainly implies movement, but a field perturbation, actually I should have added perturbation to that. You got perturbation, induction, propagation, and movement. If you actually clearly define, differentiate out, and make a distinction of what those four things are as apart from one another, then you can understand the polarization paradox. I don't think a lot of people realize that have started watching my videos, is that I've done endless hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos on magnetism and field theory, and I can guarantee you I got a shitload more of those. Especially, stuff that I've not told anybody, that's reserved for my 4th edition of my book, which is free. 3rd edition is free on archive.org. I don't sell anything that I write, unless it's a paid-for translation. If someone actually hires me to do a paid-for work from the Pali, which I've done quite a few, or the Ancient Greek, then, I charge, but not for the stuff that I write. So anyway, all that's coming tonight, and I will answer the thing that a lot of people wanted me to answer, which is the polarization paradox, which is actually easy to answer. But you have to understand what light is, you have to understand what a field is, and you have to have a clear distinction between propagation, movement, and induction. Thank you so much for watching, and magnetism.